Hey, I'm going to be doing a live strength training workout today with some yoga incorporated. I'm going to turn my mat sideways so you guys can see. I am going to start out on my mat standing. I'm going to raise my arms up to the sky, do a side bend to the right, feel the stretch in my left side body, center, side bend to the left. We're just warming up our body. I'm going to clasp my hands behind my back. I'm going to do a wide-legged forward fold, feeling the stretch in my lower back and my arms. I'm going to put my left hand down, my right hand toward the sky, then my right hand down, my left hand toward the sky, feeling the stretch in the back of my legs. And then I'm going to go into a Malasana Yogi squat here, swaying from side to side. Just really feeling the stretch in your inner thighs, warming it up here, and swaying back and forth here. And then from here, I'm going to grab my free weights. I'm going to sit in like a chair pose, and I'm going to pull the weights behind me. This is toning the back of your arms. You're going to do it for 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you're standing tall. We're going to go out to the side for 10. So ready, out for 1. Just toning your arms. 2. Making sure to take breaks in between if you have to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then release, and I'm going to set the weights down for a second. And just sit in this squat pose for a moment. Just give yourself a break before going back to the free weights. Strength training is so essential the older that we get, and it is such a good method for reducing anxiety, depression, and any stressors, mental stress that you have. So you don't even really need any crazy heavy weights to do a lot of these exercises too. You can start out with 5 pound. I'm using 10 pound here. So just whatever you think your body is calling you to do. So from here, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to go and do a half moon pose here. So I'm going to put my right hand toward the ground, my left foot down, my left hand up, and then I'm going to grab this free weight and lift it up and hold it here and really engage in your hip area. And if you need a block so you're not crouched down, feel free to grab a block. You can do this pose obviously without a weight as well. So whatever your body is calling you to do, feel free to do it. Holding it here, hold, hold, hold. You're building stability in your glutes and your leg. Leg strength is so important. And then release. Then we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to go down to a half moon, lifting your right leg toward the sky. Each side is going to feel different, engaging that hip and that leg here. In the half moon, of course, you can use a brick if you want to. Each side is going to feel different. You're just going to hold it here, engaging your core strength, engaging your ankle strength. All of that stuff is essential when it comes to this. When you do yoga, incorporating and adding weights can make a hell of a difference if it comes to body toning and resistance. And then release. And then we're going to sit down on our mat. We're going to go into a bridge pose. And ultimately what I'm going to do, it's going to be like a bicep workout. So we're on our back and lifting up our hips, engaging and going up for 15. Making sure we're engaging our core and all of our muscles here in this pose. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you feel yourself slouching, just lift your glute up. 12, 13, 14, and 15. And then release, and then set the weights down. And then go back to the bridge pose and just clasp your hands underneath to really engage yourself in this bridge pose here. And then I'm going to go into a full wheel here. Your hands facing toward you. Just really stretching out that back. Then lifting your legs overhead to feel the reversal of blood flow here. You can even go into happy baby to stretch out these inner thighs as well. And then I'm going to sit back up for a second, clipping my hair back up. It's really humid today. And then I'm going to go back to some strength training moves. So just clipping this up. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the side lunge here. So you're going to lift your weights up. Try to hold yourself here. It's kind of like a core balancing pose. You're on your left tippy toe. Your right leg is faced out. You're stretching that right leg and you're holding it here. Mobility is everything. The older that we get, the more that we are flexible with our body, the more that we strength train our muscles in different ways, the more we are able to engage our core and use our body and less likely to have injuries. So I just switched to the right side here in this deep lunge here, just holding it, holding it, holding it. And then releasing it. And then I'm going to flip the mat the other way because this is some upper back strength training that I didn't even think of that I saw online today because I was looking at new ideas of how to incorporate strength training with free weights. So basically you're in a Superman pose, but you're going to lift your free weights up on either side. So you're going to lift it up. And for this, I will definitely be using the 5-pound weights. And just hold it here and then release and then do it again on the other side. So, or do it again after you get back up. So lift up, your free weights are in your hand. You can even come in front, push out, or to the back side, and then release. And then just do a few reps of those. This is really toning your upper back, your arms. You can really tell where your arms need toning if you're struggling in these poses. Then release. And then do it again. Lift up. You're also lifting your legs in this pose as well. And then release. Lift up. And then release. And then child's pose to transition for a moment. And then we can do floor bow. So floor bow, you're laying on your stomach, you're reaching back, you're grabbing your feet, and you're lifting your chest up off the mat and your knees and your hips as much as you can in this floor bow pose. So just feel this in your body. Hold it for as long as you can. If you fall out, just jump back in. It's not that serious. It's not going to be easy the first time you do it either. So remember to train your mind and your body to get back in, to be resilient when times are tough. So get back up and do the floor bow again. Lifting up, up, up. Feeling the stretch in your chest. This is so good if you're sitting at a desk all day. You need to build your upper back strength so you're not hunched over. And you really need to focus on that upper back muscular area. That's a good workout for that. So now I'm going to transition into some stretching yoga poses. So I'm going to sit on my mat in a fire log position. So basically, my left and right leg are on top, or you could just do one or the other if you can't do both. I find this to be a kind of a challenging pose, so most of the time I can't even do it either. So you're sitting here in this fire log pose, palms facing up, you're focusing on your breath work, your eyes are gently closed, you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you breathe out through the mouth, you're breathing out forcefully, like you're letting go of the negative energy inside your body that you just released. You're letting go of anything that isn't necessary in your life, anything that doesn't serve you, any negative thoughts. Let it go. Breathe in through the nose. Retain, retain, retain. Release. Sometimes we don't get the results that we want, and most of the time, you can't control the results that you're going to get. So the only way to control things in your life is to let it go and let it be and know that you are not always in control. The only thing that you can control is how you react to things. So controlling things is a way of manipulating yourself. So set it free, let it be, and be one within yourself. Know that you can only control your reaction to everything in life. Things will come, things will go, things will change, and things will never be the same. But your mindset is what matters. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And release slowly out of this pose. If you're like me, it's kind of challenging. Set your legs straight, lean forward over it, and then do a reverse pose to release that blood flow. And then while you're here, we're going to go to all fours to do a few cat and cows, just to stretch out your neck and your back. We're going to thread the needle. So you're going to lift your right hand high to the sky, then tucking it under, lifting your left hand up to the sky. You can even bend it over if you want to feel that extra shoulder stretch, if you can do it in your body, and then release. Then we're going to do our left hand toward the sky, tucking it under, right hand toward the sky, bending it if you want to do that extra shoulder stretch if you can, and feeling the stretch in your left shoulder. It feels amazing. And then back to the cat and cows on all fours. So you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just setting it free, whatever isn't necessary in your life today. Maybe you have back tension, maybe you have neck tension. And the reason you have tension is because you're holding on to something. You're not releasing the emotion. You're not being one within yourself. You have held on to something that doesn't serve you. And so you just want to be cognizant of that and let it go. Thank you for the gift. You're going to lift your left leg out behind you, your right arm out in front, out to the side here. Hold, hold, hold. And just be here in this moment, feeling the stretch in your left leg. And then reach behind, grab your left leg, and then just hold it here for a second. And then release. Then we're going to do the same pose on the other side. Right leg out behind you, left arm out in front. Feeling this, move it out to the side here and feel this union of opposites. Then release and grab your right foot from behind you and feel this stretch on your right thigh. Just hold it here. It's kind of like a balance challenge. So you want to focus on that. Then release to all fours, looking up at the sky, tucking your head under. And then go to a downward dog here. This is your first time in downward dog today, so you're going to walk it out with both feet. Like you're walking your dog, you're stretching your calves out. You're turning to the side, feeling the stretch in your hips. Just really stretch out your body. Then you're going to lift your right leg high to the sky, and you're going to flip your dog. So you're going to go over, lifting your right arm overhead. Then you're going to place it back there, right leg to the sky. Pivot and plant your right foot. Reverse warrior. Side arm to your right knee, lifting your left arm overhead like a swim stroke. And then from here, clasp your arms underneath you. Feel this stretch. You can go into birds of paradise if you want, and then into a dragonfly twist. Right hand toward the sky, feeling the stretch in your right thigh. Seated half split here. Feeling the stretch in our right leg. And then back to downward dog or vinyasa. Then we're going to lift our left leg high to the sky. We're going to flip our dog, left arm high to the sky, and then we're going to lift our left leg up, stepping it through, pivot and plant your right foot, left arm overhead. Then we're going to put our left forearm on our left leg, reaching our right arm like a swim stroke overhead, clasping your hands behind. If you want to see what a birds of paradise looks like, it's basically you step this foot up, you're going to lift the left leg up, and this is a birds of paradise. You know those flowers that they have in Hawaii? I was stationed there, and they had the flowers when I worked at the Arizona Memorial, and all of the tourists thought they were the coolest thing. You're going to lift your left hand toward the sky, and they would take pictures with them all day long. And they were just these little orange plants. They kind of are like tiger lilies, but kind of like a modified version. And so they would take a picture next to it, kind of like it was like a bird with them. I know, super random fact. Then you're back in downward dog. Never thought until years later when I did yoga training that the birds of paradise was the name of a yoga move, and they named the flower after, or the yoga move after the flower. Very interesting. But anyways, you're back in downward dog. You're going to lift your right leg high. You're going to do a half pigeon. So you're going to bend your right leg. You're going to feel this stretch here. If you do anything today and you feel tight, the half pigeon is the thing to do. And you know, when you first get into the half pigeon, it's going to feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But give it some time. Don't rush it. So, and then if you can, reach behind and grab your left foot with your right hand. This is going to be an amazing thigh stretch or hamstring stretch here. So you're going to want to see how it feels in your body. And then from here, we're going to lift our right leg high to the sky. We're going to step it through. We're going to do that half moon pose here. And just feel how it feels in your body. And then standing split, so both your hands are down. Your leg is toward the sky. Then we're going to go to a downward dog, and we're do the half pigeon on the left side. So lift your left leg up, bending it underneath into this pose here. And just feel this stretch on this side. Each side will feel different. So give your body a moment to sink into the pose. It's not going to feel the same on either side. So that's what matters. And you're going to reach behind with your left hand, grabbing your right foot here, and just feel the stretch. The thigh stretch is going to be different on each side. So maybe this side is tighter than the other. So just be aware of that. Then we're going to go back to the downward dog, lifting your left leg high, stepping it through, right hand toward the sky for half moon. Just holding it here for a few moments. Hold, hold, hold. And then release. And then I'm going to do something different. I skipped it on the other side. I'm going to cross my right leg behind my left, and I'm going to do this kind of stretch. I'm going to do the same with the other side too. Just hold it here and feel how incredible this stretch feels in your body. And then I'm going to release, then tuck my right leg behind my left leg behind my right foot. And then just holding it here. Just really let your neck hang heavy. Let it be. And then go to a Malasana Yogi squat here. Just feeling how this feels in your body, how different it feels now that you've done some strength training, you've done some yoga moves, you're where you need to be, which nobody ever really knows where they're supposed to be in life. Let's be real. Life changes on the daily. So that's why yoga keeps us grounded and keeps our mindset free of anything that's negative, because we want to let it go. We don't want to hold on to it. And yoga moves will show you how to free yourself of that. So we're going to try to do an inversion, lifting our legs up overhead or some type of inversion here. And every time you do an inversion or you do something like this, it's going to be different in your body. So you just want to listen to what your body's calling you to do, even if it's just crow pose or a tripod or something silly. Make sure if you're doing it for the first time, you're up against a wall so you don't break your neck, because that would be crazy. But it's taken me years of doing yoga to actually get to be able to do a headstand. And before that, I was always afraid, but the only way to do it is to practice, and practice where you feel comfortable doing it. And these tripods and these crow poses are great examples of how you can get to that point. So just be self-aware, and sometimes your balance will not be 100% on. So we're going to go into a child's pose from here. Just really releasing it, setting anything that doesn't serve you free into the wild. Focusing again on our breath work, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breath work is so essential for today. Set it free, let it be. I'm going to do a wide-legged fold here. And just lean forward wherever you feel comfortable on your mat. Let it go in through the nose, out through the mouth. Forgiveness isn't easy, but holding on to anger and energy that doesn't serve you is not good either. So pick the lesser of the evils and know that you forgive for yourself and you forgive to set yourself free. You're only restricting yourself by holding on to something negative, holding on to past thoughts, holding on to something that happened years ago or happened yesterday that doesn't serve you. Let it go, let it be, set it into the wild, and focus on the positivity. Focus on the gratitude in life. Focus on being grateful for living another day, being grateful for being in this present moment, being exactly where you need to be right now, which is in your mind, setting free anything that isn't allowing you to have clarity. Clarity is a funny thing. We often challenge ourselves to get somewhere fast, but without being alone in our thoughts, we cannot have the clarity we need. We cannot have the clear judgment and the ability to see things through without being alone with ourselves, taking the time to hear ourselves, taking the time to know where we stand and what our purpose is. So let yourself be free and in the moment by letting go and taking time for the clarity to show up. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you get into this pose, you'll be deeper and deeper in, and you will slowly be able to feel yourself release each millimeter deeper that you go, because your mind will allow yourself to rest. The mind and the body are so connected. It's incredible how much we can do with this mind-body connection. We can tell ourselves that we need to release stress, and sometimes it's able to eliminate some of the pain we have, the inflammation, because our mind tells us not to be so receptive to that pain. So tell yourself today to set it free, to let it go, to be here for yourself to show yourself that you love yourself. And when you're ready, you can sit up and you can release, feel the stretch, and then let the blood flow back in your body and really come back to where you started on the mat, and just be able to know that you're exactly where you need to be. Thanks for joining me today. I do have several social media channels, so feel free to follow me on YouTube or somewhere else. I appreciate you following me, and I hope you enjoy your day. Namaste.